Welcome to listen to this voice. You'll never walk alone. My name is Diogo Jota. My football story. Hello. My name is Diogo Jota. I was born on December 4th, 1996, in Porto, Portugal. My full name is Diogo José Teixeira da Silva, but most people know me as Jota. When I was a child, I loved football. I played with my friends in the street. My father was a big football fan. He watched every match on TV. He gave me my first football when I was 5 years old. It was red and white. I played with it every day. At school, I was a quiet boy. I was not the best student, but I always dreamed of playing football. My teacher said, "Diogo, you should focus on your studies." But my heart said, "Play football." So I listened to my heart. Starting my journey, I started playing for a small club called Gondomar when I was very young. I was fast and loved scoring goals. I trained hard every day. Sometimes I felt tired, but I never stopped. When I was 16, I joined Paços de Ferreira. It was a big step. I was scared at first. The players were older and stronger, but I worked hard and became part of the team. In 2014, I played my first match for the senior team. I scored a goal. That day, I cried. I called my mother and said, "Mom, I did it." My dream was becoming true. But life is not always easy. Sometimes I didn't play. Sometimes I was on the bench, but I never gave up. I told myself, "Be patient, Diogo. Your time will come." Moving to Wolverhampton. In 2017, something big happened. I moved to Wolverhampton Wanderers in England. I was excited and nervous. It was a new country, a new language, and a new life. The weather was cold and rainy, but the people were kind. At first, it was hard. I missed my family and friends. I didn't speak English very well. Sometimes I felt lonely. But football helped me. On the pitch, I felt at home. I worked hard, and soon I became one of the key players. In my first season, we played very well. I scored many goals. The fans loved me. I remember one match, I scored a hat trick. The stadium was loud. After the match, a little boy gave me a letter. It said, "You are my hero." I cried when I read it. That night, I thought about my journey, from the streets of Porto to England. I felt proud, but I also stayed humble. I knew I had to keep working. Joining Liverpool, a dream come true. In 2020, my dream came true. I joined Liverpool Football Club. I couldn't believe it. I was going to play with big names like Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, and Roberto Firmino. When I first wore the red shirt, I felt something special. Liverpool is more than a club. It's a family. The coach, Jurgen Klopp, believed in me. That gave me confidence. In one of my first matches, I scored a goal. The fans shouted my name. I looked at the sky and said, "Thank you." I was so happy, but I also remembered the hard days, the cold nights, the missed chances, the quiet bus rides home. All of that brought me here. Injuries and painful days. Playing for Liverpool was a dream, but not every day was easy. In 2021, I had a serious injury. I could not play for many weeks. I stayed at home, watching my team on TV. It hurt me. I wanted to be on the pitch with my teammates. Some days, I felt sad. I asked myself, will I play again soon? Will the fans forget me? But I didn't give up. I trained hard, even when I was tired or in pain. My wife supported me. She said, "You are strong, Diogo. Keep going." Her words helped me a lot. When I returned, I was not 100%, but I played with all my heart. Slowly, I became better. I scored again. The fans cheered. I smiled and whispered, "I'm back." Special moments in my family football gave me many happy moments. One of the best was when I scored against Manchester United. It was a big game. My son was in the stadium. After I scored, I ran to him. I pointed and smiled. He clapped with joy. That moment is in my heart forever. Family is everything to me. My wife and son are my world. After training, I go home and play with my son. He also loves football. Maybe one day he will become a player too. I tell him, always follow your dreams. Playing for Portugal, a childhood dream. Since I was a little boy, I dreamed of wearing the Portugal national team jersey. I watched Cristiano Ronaldo play and thought, one day I want to be like him. In 2019, that dream came true. I was called to play for Portugal. When I wore the jersey for the first time, I had tears in my eyes. I called my parents and said, "I made it. I'm playing for our country." I played in many important matches. I scored goals. I stood next to great players. Every time I sang the national anthem, I felt proud. I was not just Diogo anymore. I was Portugal. Big matches and big lessons. In football, you win and lose. I played in big stadiums, in front of thousands of fans. Some games were perfect, others were hard. But every game taught me something. Once we lost a match that was very important. I missed a chance to score. I felt terrible. I sat in the locker room with my head down. Our coach came and said, "Even the best players miss. You are still great." Those words stayed with me. I learned that failure is part of success. You fall, but you get up again. That is what makes a champion. Changing as a person. Football changed me, not only as a player, but also as a person. I learned about discipline, teamwork, and respect. I traveled to many countries, met many people, and saw different cultures. These experiences opened my heart and mind. In my early years, I was shy and quiet. Now I speak with confidence. I try to help young players. I tell them, be patient, train hard, believe in yourself. Because I remember how hard it was at the beginning. Sometimes I visit hospitals to meet children. I bring them footballs and shirts. Their smiles mean more to me than goals. I want to give them hope, like others gave me. Looking ahead, the future. I still have many dreams. I want to win big trophies with Liverpool and Portugal. I want to play in the World Cup final. But more than anything, I want to enjoy every moment on the pitch. One day, I will stop playing. But football will always be part of my life. Maybe I will become a coach or open a football school for children. My story is not just about football. It is about never giving up. It is about love, for the game, for family, and for life. Thank you for listening my journey. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and don't forget to subscribe and like.